Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Oden, and you're watching The Political Vigilante. Yes, you are. You came here for the truth. Do me a huge favor real quick. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to us. I go live about 4 or 5 days a week. Join us for some of the live streams. They're a lot of fun. But I like covering stories or actions people can take. So obviously, we didn't get the force to vote for Medicare for all, but we should still be fighting for that on a national level. Absolutely. Even though we have weak leadership within the Democratic Party, the progressives don't seem to want to fight for anything, but we need to pressure them more and more and more and more. Peaceful, nonviolent protests. But we need general strikes. We need to shut stuff down. Imagine we had 100,000 people that went to the Capitol building, not with guns and Confederate flags, but just peacefully sat there and we're not leaving the Capitol till we get Medicare for all. Not a violent siege, but just like peacefully, we're not leaving until we get this. One of the things that also could happen to help with Medicare for all on a federal level is if each state starts passing it, because I think that's probably what's going to happen. Ron Pacone was on the show talking about this as well. If each state gets it, then it just makes it a matter of time, right? Like some states started to pass gay marriage. We're getting there. We're getting closer with medical marijuana or with recreational marijuana, decriminalizing marijuana. So there's a petition going down in California to pressure Governor Newsom for Medicare for all. And now we have so much power now, more than we've had, because several things. Trump inciting that crazy riot is like, okay, he's out of control. But I think people in power are like, we don't want any more. What they did was awful and scary and dangerous. But I got to be honest with you, I didn't lose any sleep over a bunch of people in Congress and the Senate in both parties being a little afraid. So we're not threatening violence. We're just saying, well, you better give us what we want. Americans are pissed off. The Trumpers, the way they handle that, awful, wrong, people died. But Americans are pissed off and we need health care. And now, since the Democrats won the Senate, there's no more fucking excuses, kids. I don't want to hear it. Oh, no. Come Jan 20, the Democrats got the White House, Congress, and the Senate. They won those races in Georgia. It's over. They can't blame after January 20th. They can't blame Trump. They can't blame Russia. They can't blame Burn Bros. They can't blame the Republicans. You've got it. So now all this, hey, the people that were mad at me, like, Graham, you're being too hard on Biden before the election. Once he gets in, then we'll pull him to the left. Okay, now, Jan 20, in 9 days, we're pulling him to the left. And any of you corporate Democrats, or even so-called progressives, the squad, I don't care who you are, you better do what you said you were going to do. So we're pressuring Gavin Newsom in the state of California. That's what we're doing, folks. Lead on Medicare for all. And this is, I'm going to put the link in the show notes. You can sign the signatures. If you live in California, sign this. If you have friends or family that live in California, send them the link in the show notes to join this petition. We need to pressure the state of California, and you can do this in your state. It is criminal that 60,000 people a year die because they don't have health insurance. And it's even more of a crime that this is in the middle of a pandemic. That should have been in the first CARES Act. Oh, everybody gets free health care. Done deal. And had the Democrats not openly cheated Bernie Sanders in 2016, he would have been our president and we wouldn't be in this spot. We wouldn't have had Nazis at the Capitol building. We would have health care. We would have rent forgiveness. Instead, the evictions are still coming. So this is huge. Here's what it says in there. A single-payer system would mean comprehensive health care for all Californians, including but not limited to medical and dental, prescription drugs, vision and hearing. Yeah, eye doctor shouldn't be some luxury item. Mental health, again, shouldn't be a luxury item. You want to cut down on drug addiction. You want to cut down on crime and on mass shootings, on domestic violence, on road rage, on what happened at the Capitol building. Let's do some comprehensive mental health screenings. Let's take care of people. Reproductive health, long-term care. And this is the thing. This is what the healthcare companies who actively lobby both parties to prevent us from having Medicare for all, is it's been proven preventative care is cheaper. Because when people don't have health insurance, they wait to go to the doctor till it's too late, or whatever the issue is a lot more advanced. Preventative care is cheaper. Routine checkups, going to the eye doctor, mental health, everything, yearly checkups with a dentist, twice a year to the dentist, all of that. It's all help. Reproductive care. Oh, okay. It would also mean Californians wouldn't need to worry about the cost of care. No copays, no deductibles. Gee, I wonder if these items hit home in the middle of a pandemic when the economy shut down, when people don't know how they're going to feed their families, when there's lines for miles at food banks every day in every city in America, when people are facing foreclosure and eviction. No fees, no out of network, no denial of coverage, no bills. How are you going to pay for it? I don't want government-run healthcare. Medicare for All is not government-run healthcare. It's the current Medicare system. So if you're 65 or older and you have Medicare, you go to whatever doctor you want. Whatever doctor you want. There's no network in out. You get whatever service they provide. When they send the bill, let's say you get a bill and it's $2,000. They say this procedure or whatever, it's going to cost $2,000. The government steps in. They just handle the billing. Medicare steps in, which is the federal government, and says, no. It's not $2,000. It's $800 and we'll pay that. That's why the healthcare companies and the big pharmaceutical companies are so against it, because they've been gouging you. So even if you have health insurance, you pay a monthly premium, you pay a copay, then you pay a deductible. So you pay for it 3 times. To go to the doctor, you pay 3 times. So that's what Medicare does. It's just government-run billing. You can go wherever you want. I've had to go to doctors within my network, and I'm like, this is not the doctor I want to go to. But I can't go to the big fancy doctor because they're not on my network and I got a shitty PPO or whatever. This is a labor issue. Healthcare costs increase every year for workers while wages remain stagnant. Yeah. Gee, I wonder who's making all the money if healthcare costs are going through the roof. Oh, you're right. The CEOs, the stockbrokers, the rich 1%, they're making the money. And all these doctors and nurses working front lines in hospitals in LA County right now, there is not one single available hospital bed. Not one. You don't think COVID is real? Come to LA. And you don't want to wear a mask? You don't think COVID is real? It's not even about that. I mean, it is. You should wear a mask, but it's like, guess what? If you live in LA or Orange County, you're some Trump supporter living in Orange County. Oh, COVID's not real. Okay, I hope you don't wipe out on a bicycle. I hope you don't get in a car accident. I hope you don't have a stroke. I hope you don't have shortness of breath, because if any of those things happen, you have a heart attack, your wife has a stroke, well, you can't put her in your SUV with a Trump sticker on it and take her to the hospital because there's no hospital beds for her. Let go of this stupid red state, blue state crap. There were still dipshit Republicans when the Capitol was under siege and they all had to quarantine in this building. There were some Republicans that wouldn't wear masks in a tight conflow space because they're that fucking stupid. This is a labor issue. Healthcare costs increase every year for workers while wages remain stagnant. This is a social justice issue. People of color, women, LGBTQ, immigrants, disabled people are disproportionately uninsured and unable to receive the care that they need. We're not a Christian country if we treat people this horribly. We should want to help all Americans. You don't like Biden and the Democrats? Good. Neither do I. But the Democrats and the Republicans are paid by the healthcare lobby and big pharmaceutical companies to make sure we don't get healthcare. So this is a chance, and we can do this state by state. This is an economic issue. Taxpayers and businesses waste billions of dollars annually to subsidize. Taxpayers. Our tax dollars go to subsidize pharmaceutical and insurance corporations. Does that make you feel better? Oh, how are we going to pay for it? Well, first of all, how about I stop giving my tax dollars to multi-billion-dollar corporations that could give me free health care but don't want to? These companies are now making record profits during a deadly pandemic at our expense. It's time to put people over profits. Are the frontline workers getting bonus pay? These frontline workers that are all like, I watched again the local news in LA, and they're just like they're working over, and all they're dealing all in the COVID wards, they're just seeing death every day. That has to affect you. You work in an ICU, you're going to see death. That's part of the job, but not like 5-10 people every day, all day, every day, nonstop shifts, barely getting a day off, calling family members. And they all have stories of like the person didn't believe COVID was real until they got it and were sick and almost died, or calling the family member and saying, hey, you know, your dad who didn't believe in COVID, he just died. COVID has revealed the fundamental injustice of a system that restricts access based on whether you can afford it. Richest country in the history of the world, everyone should have health care. In California, the disparities are stark, with racial minorities contracting COVID at startlingly higher rates than whites, which isn't good for anybody. So here it is.
Governor Newsom.
California needs single-payer health care,
And we need it now.
Single payer means comprehensive health care.
including
medical, dental, vision, hearing, mental health, reproductive health, and long-term care.
Está garantizada.
With no copays, fees, deductibles, out-of-network, denial of coverage, or bills.
we needed this before the pandemic.
And it becomes more critical each day.
You have the opportunity to make long-lasting improvements to our healthcare.
By persuading the Biden administration to grant a federal waiver
to expand and significantly improve Medicare for all Californians.
我哋記得喺川普上場嘅第一日，你都有咁樣做。
Now you have the support in the urgency
To fulfill your campaign promise.
So there's no reason to wait around on universal health care and single payer in California.
We agree.
And we understand the power of the health insurance and pharmaceutical industries
and the millions they'll spend trying to defeat our efforts.
But we're stronger
Together.
Governor Newsom.
We're calling on you
To lead the way for single payer in our state.
And our nation.
Californians, please join our fight. Add your name at petition.healthcare.
Add your name at petition.healthcare. I'll put the link in the show notes as well. Add your name if you live in the state of California. If you have friends or family that live in California, let them know about this. Petition.healthcare. To bring about change, you must not be afraid to take the first step. We fail when we fail to try. That is a quote from Rosa Parks. So anyone that's like, it's too hard, Gavin Newsom said when he ran for office, we can have this. Pressure him, especially if you voted for him. Did you vote for Gavin Newsom? You should demand that he keeps his campaign promise. This stupid notion that only exists in America of like, don't be critical of a politician I voted for. What? You're helping the other team win. No, that's not how politics works. That's not how democracy works. These elected officials need to do the jobs they said they were going to do. If Gavin Newsom ran on a campaign like, I'm never giving you Medicare for all. Good luck, suckers. Okay, he said that, and he's probably not going to do it. He said he was going to do it. Hold him true on his campaign promise. And if he doesn't, vote him out. The Democrats now, California is a completely blue state, has been forever. And now the Democrats got the White House, Congress, and the Senate. Oh, they won those races in Georgia, folks. So this like, well, the Republicans, they won't. No. You control all three branches on the federal side. You control the state of California. I don't want to hear it. Give me Medicare for all and give it to me right goddamn now. I'm sick of this shit. How are we going to pay for it? I don't know. Stop spending money on war. Stop giving all these cops all these extra tear gas and shit like that. The LAPD gets 54% of Los Angeles' total operating budget. So California is the fifth largest economy in the world. The other economies that are more ahead of California, let me give you a little clue. They all have health care. They all have free health care for their citizens. The top 4 countries. Yeah, yes. The top 4 economies in the world, Russia, China, they all have free health care for their citizens, but California can't. Well, not all 4, actually. Number 1 economy in the world is America. So America doesn't, but Russia and China do. So 2 of the top 5 don't have it. The United States and California. 1, the richest country in the history of the human race, doesn't have it. And then the 5th largest economy in the world, which is just a state, it's not even its own country, doesn't have it. So get Elon Musk to fucking pay for it. Get Facebook and Twitter and all those companies that operate and do business in California and probably pay little taxes and probably are subsidized by American taxpayers. Get them to pay for it. Get Netflix and Hulu and Amazon and Warner Brothers and Disney and all those mega corporations that provide entertainment. Get them to pay for it. And if a billionaire has to sell one of their yachts, hey, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Maybe they can win it back on the golf course, playing golf with one of their rich asshole buddies. We need Medicare for all. We need it now. This is a solution. Sign the petition. Do that right now. Boom. That's how you make Gotham great again, kids. Shave your knuckles for justice. Pow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, where you can support the show. Also, I have a Bitcoin wallet, a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and an Ethereum wallet in the show notes. We're taking cryptocurrency. I have a Coinbase affiliation link. We're going to be getting on some other exchanges. So that's how you support the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. YouTube is unsubscribing us at an alarming rate. I have a PayPal button at GrahamElwood.com. I even have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood. There's a lot of ways to support our show. We are getting crushed by YouTube. We've dipped under 73,000 subscribers because of YouTube. Thanks for supporting what we do.